No, that one it will take 1 week time from
Yes,
SAP.
yes.
I can't hear you.
Yeah, so we'll get that training system by end of this week. So they are working on it. So you will be getting the system by end of this week. Meanwhile, not to waste your time,
Okay.
right? What we have done, we bought one system where S4 integration, S4 connectivity is available. So what we will do, we will start the sessions from today on S4 to IBP integration. So you will be having anyhow the recordings, right? So once you get back the system, you can practice on the system. So
Okay.
initial agenda was first we will be working on flat file integration, then going back to S4 integration. But for now, what we will do, first we will see the S4 integration. Then once we get back our systems, we will be working on flat file integration. Clear,
Mm-hmm.
guys?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Most probably we should get it before 1 week only because SAP is already working on it. We are trying to get it already. Vijay is in communication with SAP and many other teams to get it fixed, and it should be fixed as soon as possible. So not to waste your times, I'm just logging into the system. Just a second, yeah. So this is our new system where we have S4 and IBP integrated. So what is we know CIDS is an ETL tool. So if we go back to just an introduction, it's an ETL tool. It works as an ETL tool which extracts the data, transforms the data, and loads the data. And the what is this get started is a place it gives the complete glance of CIDS system like agent installation, configure of agent, data stores creation, import object metadata. So this is the end-to-end flow of any particular project or a requirement. Now, is my screen visible, guys? I hope you are able to see my screen. I'm
Yeah,
on
yeah, we
CDS.
can see.
Yeah. So, not to waste much time on this, Vinod, sir, if you can see my old recordings, I have just said one class. So I will repeat that class for you once we get that training system. That is agent installation, agent setup, and administrator tab. Till now, we discussed only till there. And
Yeah, okay.
coming to know, yeah, we will start with data stores. So, guys, what is a data store? A data store is a place in front-end CIDS system where we maintain the system configuration details, connectivity protocol details. So, like there are multiple connectivity protocols like RFC type of code protocol, HTTPS type of protocol, FTP protocol. So, what is a connection protocol? So, connection protocol is type of a switch connection. If you see here in this diagram, if I just scroll in right, you are seeing a switchboard and switch, right? So connecting this switchboard and switch with another source system, this wire will be connected to some other source system or target system, right? So that is known as connectivity protocols. So when we are taking coming to data stores, we have around 11 data stores which are predefined by SAP CIDS. What are those? Business suite applications, BW source, BW target, HANA application cloud, adapters, database, file format group, SOAP web services, REST web services, file location, and Google BigQuery. Now let's start with simple. Initially, when we thought to start with flat file integration, we have used flat format group. So let's see what all these options first. Then let's go into that. First is business suite application. So when you are trying to connect an S4 system or an ECC system, we are going to use business suite applications as a type, and we will be selecting which agent, the agent where that particular connections are maintained. It's not that you maintain your own agent and connect that system. The agent should be connected to this business suite applications S4 system or ECC system. So what is the type of protocol they are using here? RFC type of connection. Okay. They are connecting through an RFC connection, and TCP IP type of connection is used using ABAP R3 setup. So these all things are belonging to a basis. Basis team will make all the setup and they will provide you the login credentials. Like what is the application server details, what is the type of authentication, whether it is an SNC type of authentication or an password type of authentication. So if it is a password type of authentication, you will be provided with username and password. So all once SAP base system has created the connection and provided all these details, you will be giving those details and connecting the system. That comes under SAP Business Suite applications. In the same way, we have BW. So generally, what is a BW? SAP Business Warehouse. So like all database systems, even SAP has its own database system or business warehouse system, that is BW. So initially, when it is on-premise systems, right, they used to store their data in BW system. This is like a storage unit for SAP. So if you want to pull the data from BW, we are going to use BW source, where BW is working as a source system. And if you want to send data to BW from the IBP, we are going to use BW as target. So only for BW, there is a separate data stores for source and target. Next, it is HANA application cloud. So generally, why we are working with CIDS is CIDS is an own integration tool of IBP. What does IBP stands for? Integrated Business Planning. So if you want to select the IBP will be under the HANA application cloud, because this is an HANA based cloud system. So under HANA application cloud, we have two options. One is HANA cloud application platform HANA and business integrated business planning. So once we give the business plan, select the integrated business plannings, again the instance, agent, authentication type, PSC file details, everything will be provided by basis team. Clear on this part? Whatever the configuration we are doing with the data stores, the details will be provided by security team or the admin team or the basis team. So if it is an OData adapter, the URL endpoint will be provided, and authentication type basic authentication or authentication 2.0. So all these details again basis team will be providing. So it may be a basis team or a security team of source system. So as this admin team and basis team take care of all these configurations, we need to select the different database systems as required. Like database, we have some directory database like SQL, MySQL, Oracle, Terabyte, DB2. So these are different database systems which are SAP and non-SAP. Oracle is a non-SAP system. So if you want to pull the data from Oracle database, we will be selecting the Oracle database and we will be giving the details, database connection name, username, password, again which is provided by technical team or the basis team, connectivity team. Like that, we will be creating different data stores as per the requirement. So one data store will be created for source and the second data store will be created for target. Multiple times from two calls I am saying that CIDS system is only an integration tool. It performs only a ETL activities. It will not store the data. It is not a database system. There is no particular database system for CIDS. It will only pull the data from the source table. It will transform the data and send the data to target. It will not hold or store any data in its memory. Now, let me open a Word document which I have prepared it for you. When before we are going to S4 to IBP integration, so what are the steps involved when we are sending the data from S4 to IBP? So generally, if you are sending the data into IBP, that is known as inbound data. If you are pulling the data out of IBP, that is going to be the outbound data. Whatever is the source system, when we are sending it to IBP, it is inbound. When we are getting out of IBP, it is outbound data. So when we go with end to end process of S4 to IBP, we call this process as inbound process, where S4 ECC is the source system and IBP is the target system. For this, first we need to maintain the connectivity between S4 system and CPIDS system at the data store level. So what I said till now, first we need to create a connectivity between the S4 system and that our CPIDS system. So what we have done, our basis team has provided login these details. We have given the application server, we have given authentication type, we have given the password, username. ABAP execution part I will discuss in little time. First, we have given all these details and we have saved it and we have just tested it. S is successful. Now the CADS system is connected to S4 HANA system. Next, what is the next point? Target data store for IBP. Now, source data store is created. What about our target data store? We should also have the target data store, right? That is our IBP system. So we have selected the HANA application cloud as the target system, integrated business planning, and remaining all the details provided by SAP basis team. So first point is creating the data stores for source and target. Next, what is the second point? Once the data stores created, respective metadata objects need to be imported into the source, and target data stores for master data table. To select the master data, and for transactional data, we need to select time series folder. Okay. When we are creating a file format group or a file integration, we have created the schemas. Now, what is a schema or a table is, as I said, CADS will never hold the data, right? Now, let me go to an Excel sheet. In source system, we have let's take S4. We have material table, general material table, that is Mara, and MATNR is one field, MANDT is one field. Let's take, okay, these two fields. And coming to IBP, we have product ID, product description. Now what we want to map material number to product ID. For example, MNDT to product description. Does CPIDS understand what is MATNR and MATNDT? As this is a table in source system, we have the data. In the world, the data is stored in this format of rows and columns in a table format. So now we should make the system, CADS system, understand that what is MATNR, what is MATNDT data. So for that, we will create this schema. What is the table schema? We will be creating it here. And the same in the target, we will create this target table schema in CADS, and we will map MATNR to PRDID, MANDT to PRD descriptions, so that MATNR will pull the data in this MATNR and will send it to product ID. This is the backend job. Majorly people think that this MATNR will be mapped to product ID and data will be set. No, here we are going to create the schema. We are just a schema of the table to pull the data in a specific requirement. Now, when it is a flat file, we have created that schema. Now, if it is a direct source system, we can import the tables. What is a table? It is a view or a table data in which the data is stored in the source system and target system. Simple example, I want to pull the data from Mara table. Remember guys, Mara table means general master data. This is in S4 system. So in general master data, if you want to pull, you will need to import the Mara table. Like this, there are multiple tables in the SAP S4 system. There is no need to remember all those tables, because being a CADS consultant, once we start this we will start this development once we get the FSD document. FSD, already I said you, FSD stands for functional specification document. So in the functional specification document, IBP team will clearly say what are the tables from the source need to be selected and pull the data. Are we clear till here? Any questions? Am I going little speed today? Shravani, Deepa.
No, I'm
Little
understanding.
speed. I
Sorry,
feel a
Shravani.
little bit speed. I feel it is little bit speed because they are switching to Mara, MKT like that.
Yeah, I understood.
Like
That's why
is
I was.
Okay,
Yeah.
is this okay? Like directly we are jumping into the this S4 system to IBP without that I mean flat file integration. Is this okay? We can understand that thing without that basic thing.
Yes. So that is completely different. So when we take flat file integration, we will create it from scratch. When it is an S4
Mm.
system, right, we will have direct access to the tables. Actually, the training
Yes.
should start with flat file integration and then S4, but not to waste on time, we are just showing you on the table views. Once we get that back our system, we'll start creating it from scratch. Then it will
Okay.
be
Fine.
easy, even though it is little speed or not understandable now. Once we complete the S4 integration, right? Flat file integration looks very small because you know all the requirements, funda,
Yes.
how to do it in S4.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
It's like you're learning going to sixth class after seventh class.
Okay.
Topics will be easy because already it is covered in seventh class. Advanced topics are already covered in seventh class.
Okay.
So what we need to do first, we need to create the data store connection. Once the data store connections are created, as these are direct connectivities, we will be importing the tables in the source table, and source tables and target tables need to be imported. Now, as per my FSD, if I want to pull the data in, if I want to send the data into product master data table of IBP, I need to pull it from MA Mara table of S4. So what I did, I just clicked on, let me this, what I will do, let me first delete this Mara table here. Okay, where it is used, let's see. Here it is used. See, now we created the data store, we have tested the connection is working fine. Now we want to import the table. What table? Mara table. So here we have four options. First option is to select the table, import the object directly from the S4 system. Like if you see, there are different folders or different modules of in S4 CM, like as I said, right, initially we used to have FI for financing and extractors, and SCM for supply chain management. There are different modules here directly. If the quality management, real estate management, all these are purchase SAP cloud. So all these are modules are folders in S4 system. If you have, if they have provided you these details, we can select this from this level. Or generally, if they have provided you a name of a table or a function or an extractor, you need to select import objects by name. So here we have, once we click on import object by name, we have type. Here we have three types: one is table, one is extractor, one is function. So we will park aside with extractors and table functions, we will see it in upcoming classes, but for us, let's start with table. So what is a table? So now what table I want to import? I want to import Mara table. I'll just write Mara and click OK. See, Mara table is imported. So all the fields of this table will be imported, and you cannot make any changes to these tables here. So if you want to make any changes, if there is a specific requirement to the fields, that need to be done at the S4 system. So once that change is done at the S4 system, we need to, every time when there is a change, we need to re-import that particular table. Shravani, if you remember when we discussed on flat file integration, we used to create it manually, right? From scratch, from
Yes.
table, from
Yes, Krishna.
sample. But here, when we are taking it from a different direct connectivity, RFC connection, different source systems, we are directly importing the table. Now I have imported the Mara table. As like same as like source system, we also need to import the table in IBP system, right? we need to go to the IBP system. Once the configuration and everything is tested successfully, we need to go to tables, and within the tables we can import it by clicking on import objects. So once you click on import objects, do anyone have idea how many options we will be having here once we click on import objects? We will be seeing 4 folders. Okay, no issues. Let me see. If you click on import objects, we will be having 4 folders. One is calculation scenario folder, second one is calendar folder, third one is master data folder, fourth one is time series folder. So basically, if you want to load there are two types of data, right? One is master data, the second one is transactional data. So in IBP or in SAP, we call transactional data as key figure data, right? So if you want to send or pull the data from master data tables, we are going to use master data folder. If we are loading the transactional data or a key figure data, we are going to use time series folder. And if you are going to pull the outbound data, let's say in our demand planning, what we will be doing, if you remember when we discussed about demand planning, we will be giving historical data. So all the what we are loading as inbound is historical data, like what are the purchases or sales of that particular company products for that customers. Everything is loaded for last let's think last 2 years or 3 years the business required. So we will be sending these loads. So once we send these loads, right, they will run some key figures and they will run some statistics in IBP, and as a demand planning output, they will 99% send a key figure that is known as consensus demand. So the what is happening between this historical data and consensus demand is completely a different cycle. If I start saying about that, you will get confused. So when we discuss about IBP topics, right, we will discuss what is the flow, how the historical data is used, how what is outliner correction, and what is the statistical forecast, different key figures used for statistical forecast, and how that consensus demand is working. All this we will be covering in one session of IBP. So once we have given the historical data, all the whatever is planning required in IBP, they will be doing that planning, and they will be sending out a data called as consensus demand. So these consensus demand, again we are going to send it back to S4 or ECC. In ECC or S4 we call it as PIR. What is that? PIR. PIR stands for plant independent requirement. Just a second. Independent requirement. So let's park this specific topic now. But whenever you are trying to pull data out of IBP, transactional key figure, transactional data out of IBP, you will be doing it from calculation scenario folder, right? First, let's go back to master data folder. So if you want to load the master data, we need to select the master data folder. Here, you will be seeing a specific type called as planning area. Now, what is this planning area? So planning area is specific to IBP. Different modules or different requirements use different planning areas. So each planning area will be having master data, transactional data, and whatever the planning key figures required, they will be having it. So into which planning area we need to load the data will be provided by IBP team. So let's take example of unified planning area, that is UNIPA. Now IBP consultant has said that we want to load the data, we should load data into this particular planning area. So once you select the master data folders, you will be asked to select the planning area. Now next, into which tables of IBP we will be loading the data? We will be loading the data into staging tables of IBP. So what is the staging tables? Staging tables are a replica of the existing original tables. simply we will be having product master data original table. So before that original table we will not send directly data to original table. Through CIDS we will load the data into staging tables. Staging table means it's a replica. When I say replica, it's a copy or it's an same face of a original table. We will load the data into this staging table, and once the post processing is done, data will be moved to original table. Shravani, Deep, are we clear till here?
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
Krishna. Following.
Yeah, if you have any questions, you can just ping me on WhatsApp as well. Post call, we will discuss little slow if required.
Okay.
Yeah.
Krishna, for our scenario, we are using UPA planning area, right? Now
For now,
yeah,
we are
you
using
have,
unified planning area. Yeah,
okay, this is the planning area we are, okay,
yeah. So
start.
whatever it may be the planning area. So they may say that SBM may be the planning area. We need to do select the SBM, and in that we will be having again the master data and transactional data. So this unified planning area, why I am using is I did not create any planning area yet for CPIDS overloads. Just today I got the system access. What is this unified planning area is once we purchase some IBP product, right? IBP system from SOP, right? They will give this predefined unified planning area. So all that required master data for planning area, transactional data, standard will be there, right? Master data like demand planning, it is unmandatory. Should have product master data, customer master data, location master data, UOM conversion. So all those are predefined in the system. If you want, you can use them, and if you don't want, you can create your own planning area. So
Oh,
this unified planning area I am selecting for our system for today.
okay, Krishna, thanks.
Yeah. So, and everyone, if you have any questions, Rajmani also, Mani, you can also stop me at any point and you can raise a question.
Okay, okay, Krishna.
Is it clear till here, Mani?
Yes, yes, Krishna. Yeah.
Yeah, I know you are working in CADS. You may have seen the screens, but if
Yeah,
you have any
I do
particular
this.
question,
Yeah, I do. I
yeah,
mean, I do this importing and also I am aware of it, Krishna.
yes, yeah. So remember, guys, sometimes what happens suddenly if there is a change in target scheme, let's say they added some other new field in the target table, we will not see the table directly in CPIDS. Every time when they say that table fields are changed, we need to import it. Coming here, click on that table. Even though if it is tick mark, it is saying imported. But if you again click on it, if you click on import, then only you will be seeing the new field added in the source or target. You know what I created till here? I selected the source system. I selected the created the source system configuration. I selected the source table. I selected the target table. I selected the target connectivity. I selected the staging table. This is still here on data stores. Next, going back to projects. Now you know how to create. Everyone knows how to create a project and what is a project. So project is a bunch of tasks. Like they may be creating multiple tasks, multiple projects as per requirement. Let's say as we have 5 to 7 modules in IBP, right? Each module they can maintain separate project, or as per the system also, like quality system one project, development system one project, and production system one project they can use. So it's related to the particular developer or requirement. So for now what we have done, we have created one project. I have already created it, that is SAP ZCADS underscore IBP. Now how to create a task? Click on create tasks. So before that,
Krishna, like
yeah,
usually we create only one single task, and if we want to see the changes in dev, we run it with dev agents, QA similarly, and that is how we do, right? We don't create like three tasks for three different environments.
yeah, what you said is correct, but let's say if that is a customer requirement that they, let's say we are doing the testing now, I am a development consultant, okay, I want to see the data. You, what you said is at the data store level we will have different configurations, correct? At the S4 level here you want, data need to be pulled from different default systems. Like here using different development system as default system. If you want to pull
Mm.
it from quality, you will be adding one and you will making it as default. Correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
But if there is a project specific requirement for that sandbox or development phase, they want three different tasks in different
Oh,
projects. At
okay.
a time, they want to pull the data and
Okay.
see how it is working.
Oh, okay.
Whatever you said is in the generic format. We will create
Okay.
different data stores. I did not discuss that point in data stores. I will be discussing in tomorrow's class how to create
Mm.
multiple connections with data stores. But if it is a specific requirement of creating the quality system, development system, production system data connected to IBP development. So they will create multiple tasks upon the client requirement. If there is a specific requirement, they will be doing in that format. If not, in our general cases, what we will do, if we have two types of planning here. One is we are sending the data to demand planning. Other one is we are going to send for supply planning. So for demand
Okay.
planning, I will be selecting one project. For supply planning, I will be selecting other project. Other scenario, I will say. If we have multiple regions, so business is running, it is having its four regions, like it has US region, Europe region, EMEA region, North America, Europe, and EMEA. So for regional based projects also be created. So what all the tasks related to that particular EMEA region will be assigned to that particular project. So
Okay.
something, just it is like a folder. It is our requirement how to maintain it, what need to be maintained there.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not specific that you should only do in this format. We can do it in that format as well.
Okay, Krishna. Got it. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So what I am going to do, I am just going to create a task now. Click on create task. Let us name it as CIDS underscore PRD underscore. From which system we are pulling it? S4 system. What to which system we are sending it? IBP system. What is this data? Master data. These are standard templates, but going forward we'll see the standard templates, but let's go with custom task now. First, what is the source system now? S4 is our source system. Click next. What is our target system? IBP is the target. There may be multiple source systems in the first phase. You can select whatever is required. And target also, if it is flat file, we will be selecting the flat file data store, or whatever is the target data store, we'll be selecting it. Then next save and create a data flow. So before creating a data flow, it will ask for the target object, because in CADS we can only send data to one target table. We cannot send the data to multiple target tables at a time. We cannot split the data and send to multiple targets. In different EDA tools or ETL tools, there is a capability where we can send data from one table to multiple tables, multiple tables to multiple tables. Here in CADS, it has only the capability of sending data to one target table. So that target table need to be selected. What is the target table? So whenever you are seeing a name called as object, every object is a table here. In CAD, in other systems, it is called as table. In CADS, it is called as object. Now, what is the imported table for us? UPA, Unified Planning Area product. This is what we have imported, and create data flow. Generally, 99% of projects, the data flow starts with DF. DF means data flow underscore PRD MD underscore enough, and click on OK. See, this is our routing pilot or transformation screen. Shravani, if you see here, or Deepa, if you have selected the flat file integration earlier, we are not able to see these many options. Now, if you see,
Yes.
there are added options here, but
Okay.
our thing is same. Source table, there we used to have source file. Now we are going to pull the source table. So what I am saying, Mara extension table is the source table I have selected, and I want to make some filtrations. First, let's see what all the options we have here. One is source table to pull the tables here. One is query transform. So what is a query? Query is a type of transformation where we can do different filtrations, perform different transformation techniques, and do the mappings as per the requirement. Clear? You said we are ETL, CADS is an ETL tool. From the stores table, we are extracting the data. In the transform, we are transforming the data. Query, we are transforming the data, and we are loading the data into target table. And remember, guys, the end point of this task is target query. Post this target query, you cannot maintain any transformations or filtrations. So the target query is the replica of the original table, target table. Clear on this? Now, second one is query. So this is generally our query transform or a general transform which we use for all the transformations or filtrations. Next, what we have, aggregation. Aggregation is used in some scenarios when we are sending the transactional data. We will discuss this aggregation point when we are using aggregation transactional data. Next, we have XML map and XML batch. So if you have XML templates, XML conditions, or XML files, we are going to use XML map and XML batch. We will be seeing this XML map and XML batch conditions when we are sending out data from IBP to S4. This is the last of our trainings, that is outbound. Even in any project, first it starts with inbound master data. After inbound master data, we'll be having inbound transactional data. After inbound transactional data, once the planning is done, then we will be getting outbound data as PIR data, right? So that where we are going to use XML map and XML batch. Next is web service call or a function module. Sorry, function call or a web service call. So sometimes what happens, we will be having some options where we will be giving this function module details of S4. So this is a specific topic we will discuss on a specific day, because if I say something function module, web service call, you may not understand the terminology. While practicing, you will understand what are those when we have that connectivity part and everything is ready. Let's talk about this web service call. Next, what we have, ABAP query. So we know SAP runs on ABAP as a backend coding system, right? So we have two options within CIDS. One is standard ABAP, one is custom ABAP. In tomorrow's class and upcoming classes, we will discuss what is the standard ABAP and custom ABAP, and we will work deeply on standard ABAP and custom ABAP from the S4 integration part. If you are hands-on experience with three options in S4, one is standard ABAP, one is custom ABAP, the other one is function modules, calling the web service call. If you are hands-on experience with these three, you are going to rock on S4 to IBP integration. There is nothing, 99% of projects are dependent on S4 integration. And we know if you see this document, right, whatever is the source, whatever is the target, the flow remains same. I will be sharing this document with you all. So now what? Yeah. Any questions, guys?
Krishna, like inbound and outbound that you mentioned, is
Yeah.
inbound means the key figure load and outbound means extraction, or are these different?
So one thing is, inbound means whatever the data we are sending into IBP is called inbound. It may be a master data, it may be a transactional key figure data.
Okay.
We are considering it with IBP system. So whatever the data which we are pulling it from flat file or S4 or data service from different source systems and sending to IBP is an inbound data. Outbound data means which we are getting out of IBP. From IBP we are getting it out.
Okay, okay, I understood. So the reason why I'm asking is like whenever we create a task like in real time, so
Yeah.
we give it like KF load, including the planning area. If it's an extraction task, if we are pulling data from IBP, we give the naming convention as KF extract. So is it that we are following in our company, or generally
It is
inbound
project
out?
specific.
Okay, okay.
So generally, in irrespective of IBP or irrespective of SAP, generally in any software, when we are loading some data, we have inbound data and outbound data. We will take some
Okay.
specific system. Regarding to
Okay.
that system, we will be saying whether it is an inbound data or outbound data. So when
Okay.
it is coming to your specific, you are saying key figure extraction. What is key figure? Transactional data, so I clearly said a point that transactional data is known as key figure data. Correct?
Okay, yeah.
So
Yeah.
what KF extraction? You are saying IBP KF extraction. So you are
Yeah.
extracting key figure data from IBP. That is an output.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
So again,
Okay.
it depends on project to project and developer to developer. If I am an implementation consultant, I make you a different naming convention. If
Mm.
the project has some specific naming convention, we need to follow those.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, it's only the difference between the naming convention. The if you go to the standards, whatever is the system, we will have only two data. One is inbound data, one is outbound data.
Yeah. One more thing is like we always have only one target. I mean, target table, but we can
Yeah,
always have multiple source tables, right?
yeah. Source may be
Okay.
multiple tables.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Source may be multiple tables. Again, point here. Source may be multiple tables, but not multiple data stores.
Yeah. 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 I understood. Yeah.
Source may be multiple tables belongs to single data store,
Same. Same
but
data
not
store.
multiple systems.
Yeah. Yeah.
Clear on this? If you ask this question, some people may have, like, generally even I get a question. If it is a multiple table, why can't we pull one table from S4 and why can't we pull one table from BW? No. Source may be one table, may can be one data store and multiple tables. Clear on this? Any questions, Mani? Vinod, Shravani, Deepa?
No, Krishna.
Okay, I will take it.
Clear.
And yeah, So the standard ABAP and custom ABAP we will be discussing in going classes. And ABAP aggregation is there. That also we'll discuss when we are discussing on this row generation and everything. Now let's go back to our query transform. What I am going to do, I'm going to extract the material number. What is material number? Shravani and Deepa, you need to do some work. It's better everyone can do it, but generally the Money and they have little experience on SAP, right? They would know this Mara table and MAKT tables. But
Yes.
you people need, yeah, you people need to search in Google what are the different S4 tables or SAP ECC tables. This is work for everyone. So generally, if you do some work, right, you will get different tables. Then you will understand what is Mara table, what is Marcy table, what is KNVP table.
Okay.
Yeah. And what I have done, I just pulled MATNR from input to output. I am not going to write any filter in this. Let's see just how to load the data. Then I will create a target query. MATNR means PRD ID. I'll map PRD material number to PRD ID. So here we have an option to the view the test data within CIDS without sending it to IBP. You'll just click on recent time data, select the agent and click on load. Top 50 records will be pulled here. Okay. Let's load into target and then get it. We need to have a global variables here. Now I'm not going to discuss what are these global variables with you because it will be a different topic. You'll get just confused if I start directly in the first day with global variables. But let me have those placed there. No, I will just run the task. Let's open the IBP system. So guys, this is our SAP IBP screen. So even like how we have two-phase system, agent machine and CADS front-end system, here we have two phases. One is web UI and the other one is Excel. So you can see the data in Excel planning or web UI planning. Web UI planning is generally for IBP developers, and Excel planning is for the planners who works on daily basis with Excel. Now, where we need to check the data in IBP, that is folder is known as data integration folder. So whatever the data we load into IBP system, we can see it in data integration folder. See, we ran this task. It is successful, right? How many records got processed? So 101. Let's see in data integration. 101 files folder data is got updated into IBP. So if there are any rejections, you will be getting rejections here. If not, pull the full report and you can see the full report data here. So this is an end-to-end flow from S4 to IBP for a simple table extraction. Any questions on this? See, we pulled all the data of PRD, IDP, RO. Is it clear, guys, how to pull the data? Any questions on this? Yes, no, maybe.
No, nothing from my side. It's clear.
Yeah.
Clear.
Shravani, Deepa.
Krishna, I understood something and something it's over the head. I think I need to
I
practice.
understood. I understood your point. Okay, okay, I got it. I'll connect with you people to people separately once in tomorrow afternoon hours.
Um,
Yeah, I
yeah.
know it will be over hectic on your head directly as for.
Yes.
Mhm. Like for in my lifetime, this is the first time I'm seeing all the terminologies, everything, first time I'm hearing. So it's
I
a
know
bit.
it, Deepa. So I just specifically saying you two people, right? Shravani and Deepa.
Mm.
No, we can
Yeah.
connect it separately tomorrow afternoon. Uh, no issues on that. I can give time for you. You just go through the recordings whenever you get the time. You try to
Yeah.
understand the terminology.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need to download this recording, no? Mm.
No, it will be directly available in the our this chat. Once you close this
Oh,
call, right? You will get it. I think you will be getting it on mail as well, right, Shravani?
oh, in Google
The
Drive,
recording
you'll
will
be
be.
uploading, right?
Yeah.
I used to download
Yes.
it from the chat after the class.
No, just Vijaya said that all these mail IDs are updated,
No,
right? We are
till
not
now
getting it.
she didn't share any recording, so I used to download from chat.
Okay, I'll fix it today. Now I'll talk to Vijay and get it fixed so that you will get that into your drive immediately once the call is done.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just,
So
just because
the
Ravani, you go
practice
through.
of these
Yeah.
things will be after we get the system.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, there in the previous system, we used to log in the front end CSDS system, but here in IBP, you logged in separately, right? For IBP.
No, we did not log in anytime into IBP in that system.
Yeah.
This is our
This is the
CIDS.
screen I'm seeing first time, this IBP one.
Yeah, yeah. This is the first day we got this IBP access to show
Mm.
you. Till now, what Shravani, what we have done is we created only from flat file to flat file, and we sent
Yes.
data from flat file to flat file.
Mm,
In our
yes.
last 1 month journey,
Yes.
Shravani,
Yes.
when we did,
Yes.
we only practiced from flat file to flat file to take it from
Yes.
scratch for you, make you understand how the data moves, how
Mm,
that it
mm,
happens in the
mm,
backend.
mm.
Now, when we are going on to the on-plan platforms, right? So we don't have any flat file to see the end data. We can only see the data in the end system. That is
Mhm.
IBP system.
Mm.
Yeah, guys, any questions, money? So if there are no questions, we can connect it tomorrow.
Okay, Krishna.
Tomorrow, 11:30, Krishna.
Yeah, 11:30 morning, sharp.
Oh, thank you, Krishna.
Yeah,
Okay.
bye.
Thanks,
Deepa and
Krishna.
Shravani, I'll connect, yeah, separately with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Krishna, uh,
Yeah,
can
money.
you be on call? Like, I want to discuss one thing
Sure,
with you.
sure, sure. Yeah, remainings can drop off. I'll connect with money.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks, Krishna. Thanks, everyone.
Yeah, yeah, thank you, Vinod. So Vinod just, okay, he left. Okay, I'll talk to him later. Yes, money.
So, Krishna, so currently in our office system, so we are the database that we're using is SQL. Okay, so all
Okay,
the source tables are from SQL only. So I haven't worked
okay.
with any S4 tables or anything. So any the data integration jobs that we check, like for the full report just now you opened.
Yeah,
So for the source yeah, for the source table, like first of all, we will check right in the source table, are we having this many records? Because I mean, from there only we will get an idea, like 1,000 records are there from to IBP, how many are filtered, like how many are getting rejected. So is it like outside also? Is it the database SQL only, or do we have other databases?
SQL is very rare situation as per particular requirement. See, you are going into SQL, you are checking the SQL. That is because
Mm.
you are at support level.
Mm.
Going forward, when we move on to the development, right, it will only
Okay.
be an added advantage to you, but you are not going to work on SQL here.
Okay.
Your major competency should be CPIDS and IBP. Like, let's say, uh, SQL team will have a separate SQL team there when you're doing
Okay.
development. You need to just say them, give me the number,
Mm.
what is the record count. We are not going, I work with the every, I have worked with multiple source systems. Currently, I am working with a source systems, which is not even interrelated with CIDS. That is DataSphere. At least SQL and these things had direct connection. We are
Okay.
connecting DataSphere to the HANA database. From HANA database, again, we are connecting it to CPIDS. So
Oh.
there, what we are doing, S4 to DataSphere, DataSphere to S4 direct connection, they don't want because they want to move that S4 to DataSphere. From DataSphere, they are moving it to HANA database. HANA database, we are pulling it to CADS. So it's not my duty to check it in DataSphere. There will be
Oh.
DataSphere consultants who will. Now let's take example of SQL only.
Okay.
If we are creating a project with SQL, why do I bother about SQL? That there is a specific implementation team for SQL. But when it comes to supporting or monitoring, right, there is no SQL team for them.
Mm.
They will just keep it on the CIDS consultant. You need to check it in the source. You need to check it in the target. That is a validation point.
Yeah, Krishna. So, like, how do you check the source? Like, where
For which?
the source table? Where do you check for the source table data? How many records that you have in your source table? Where do you check that?
But you're saying you're checking it in Excel, right? Sorry, SQL, right?
SQL.
Uh, in S4, we don't check the data. One thing is, there it is a
Oh,
support project. Validation is done in such a way that client will be doing the validation. There are 1,000 records coming in from S4.
okay. Maybe I think.
You're getting confused? Money. One thing is you are at an L1 support,
Okay.
L3 support level.
Not
Okay.
confused, but maybe I'm not putting the right question.
If I correctly understand your question, you're saying that in SQL I am checking the data, in IBP I am checking the
Mm,
data. The record
okay.
count should be matching in both the systems. Now, how to check it in S4?
Mm.
Correct?
Oh,
Right? I got your
yeah,
point, right?
almost that.
Now, my
Yeah.
question is,
Yes.
my question
Uh,
is, you are a CADS consultant, right?
mm,
Why do you bother about the SQL data?
okay. Mm.
Our requirement is whatever the
Mm,
data is coming from a
it's
SQL
like
should be sent to IBP.
first I should know that, yeah, then I should at least know that the proper amount of records are going to IBP or not. Is that not my duty? I mean, like going further,
When you go to development,
like
right?
whether
This
this
is
is
called as
successful or
validating
not.
point.
Like,
Let me
okay,
say, you are a development consultant. You made
okay,
a task, correct?
mm,
You created a
mm,
task. You want to validate
yeah,
the data.
no,
You
yeah,
will not log into the source system.
oh, okay,
If you are able to log into the system and if you can check the data, that is well and good.
okay,
You will be having this SAP GUI. You will log into
mm,
that system. You will go into that particular table. You will check the
mm,
data.
mm.
See, you know this SAP GUI, right?
Yes, yes,
This is SAP S4 system. You log into this. You will check. Go to that S4 T codes. You will be giving the T codes. How you will be seeing the data in table. You will be seeing the count. But at a high level, when
okay,
we are being an implementation
mm,
consultants, we are least bothered on these points. We will be having source implementation consultants also. It's not that you implement CADS and S4 at a time. My point is, Mani, can I say it in Telugu?
yes,
You
Krishna, go
understand
ahead. Yeah,
Telugu, right?
చెప్పండి. Yes, yes. చెప్పండి కృష్ణ.
Let me stop.